Hi, this is Linda Romanello with Post Magazine. Welcome to PostTV at the 2015 NAB show in Las Vegas. We're here this morning with Patrick Palmer of Adobe. Patrick, thank you so much for being here with us.
Pleasure being here. Thanks for inviting me.
Sure thing. We are very excited to have you here, and we would love to talk about some of the big announcements from Adobe at the show this year.
Of course. So we're announcing a number of things here at the show. We're revealing the next wave of major updates coming for video professionals to Creative Cloud, coming soon. And the most exciting thing, I think, and also we're seeing that with the early response here, is that we have an all-new color workflow. And it's not actually exactly one thing that's new, it's really rethinking the entire pipeline. So it actually starts with a new mobile technology we're showing for the first time, which allows you to use your phone to capture the essence of color and light and kind of get that emotional quality of a scene in front of you that you couldn't quite express any other way, and then bring that into your creative process via Creative Cloud libraries, so it will immediately be available to you and others via sharing in Premiere Pro and After Effects. We also have in mind that you might actually stick with someone else who's also on a phone, so mobile-to-mobile technologies are interesting too, and our editing application on the go, Premiere Clip, is part of that workflow too, so it will also take the looks from Project Candy. Now, in Premiere itself, talking about the new color workflows, we have now the all-new scopes, the Lumetri scopes, quite fantastic, real-time scopes, the way you expect it to be, and something that's color-enabled. And what goes with it is the all-new Lumetri color panel. And that's really a combination, a great blend of Lightroom and SpeakWare technology, but reimagined so it really fits the need of the editor.
Okay. And you also have a new character animation tool in After Effects, is that right?
Yes, and that's actually the most fun, I think, that we're presenting here at the show. So it's a preview of an upcoming application, and it's using quite a bit of After Effects technology, but again, reimagining how would you want the tool to look like for someone who's doing character animation. But time is of the essence, and sometimes you actually also might just get started with character animation. You don't have all of the skill set and the tools yet, but you're really into it, you dig it, you know what you want to do creatively. And that's what character animation is all about. So if you have a character created in either Illustrator or Photoshop, you can actually breathe life into these very quickly, very easily. So it even is using face tracking technology, so you will actually point camera and microphone towards you, and then that character will come to life by seeing what you're doing and bringing that to that character.
And also, I think you have new features to announce with Premiere Pro, is that correct? Yep.
Yes, as always, there is a lot of technology, acknowledging that production today isn't quite linear anymore. A lot of things are happening parallel. It's not like you can draw a chart and say, okay, here it starts and there it ends. Everything is kind of connected. And so some of the new features in Premiere Pro are helping with that connected world as much as helping with the limitations in time and budget you might face. So two things worth mentioning here. Morph Cut is a very interesting way of creating a new dissolve between two clips, between two jump cuts. So imagine you have an interview scene and you need to cut out a little bit of footage in the middle, but then it looks awkward going to the next clip that has the right audio and the right story, but it looks awkward jumping even though the camera was fixed, and so that will smoothly transition from one scene of that interview into another. You wouldn't actually notice that they were not connected originally. So that's quite amazing. It can be used for many things. Just mentioning one thing, interview is probably really the prime domain for it. The other thing that's quite exciting is a technology called Time Tuner, which you will find in Adobe Media Encoder. And that's also addressing a common issue. You have, say, 6 minutes worth of footage, but you're requested to deliver 5 minutes, 45 seconds. What are you going to do? Micro-editing? If you're under pressure delivering that, you might as well use the new functionality called Time Tuner, which will actually really create something that, in terms of the output, looks beautiful, it's perfect, it's pristine, but it will shorten it or lengthen it, if that would ever be a need, to exactly the time that you need. And it's kind of anywhere in the region of 3 to 5% where it really looks gorgeous, but we even allow going up to as high as 10%.
Patrick, are some of these features that you're introducing this year based on customer user feedback?
I would dare to say all of it. Well, not quite true. Character animation, as I said, is kind of, we're trying to reimagine something that already exists. So it's not like customers been coming our way saying, we really need this. So this is a good piece of innovation that we're bringing to customers, and the first response is awesome. So we're thankful that obviously sometimes it's hard to start new with something, and it's great to see that there's response. But generally speaking, if we're talking about any feature coming to Premiere Pro these days with a huge community that we've built over the last couple of years, arguably we want to try to serve them as best as we can, giving them the features that they need, also acknowledging that things all around us are changing quite a bit. There's certainly industry trends that we always try to reflect.
Great. And since you mentioned industry trends,
that one was
what
coming.
what are you expecting to see at the show this year? What do you think is going to be some of the big buzzwords? And
I'm not sure if there's particularly one buzzword. We've had buzzwords throughout the last couple of years, and sometimes things come and go, sometimes they're quite sticky. I think Ultra HD is something that we're totally going to see more this year. There's a reason why we're making huge investment in color, because we see and we truly believe that this is the future for a lot of the output created in the future, that richer, more immersive color is going to become part of kind of everything we're going to see moving forward, whether that's mobile, web, or indeed TV, and all the way up to the theaters. So. And I think that's actually quite impressive that eventually everything's coming together. So we have higher resolution, we do have more vibrant color. Eventually, you're also going to see that 24 frames per second will still be around in 10 years from now, as far as I can tell. But higher frame rate is definitely something that is being approached, and there's something quite fascinating about what you can do with it creatively. So all of that is coming together. But at the same time, I really think it's more about the way we work now. Collaboration is one particular piece that I think you'll see a lot of booths showing things that are all about that. And we're also addressing that, by the way. I didn't talk about Adobe Anywhere yet. Our tool for collaborating deeply on edit actually starts with ingest, edit, and then eventually creating the output, and motion graphics is part of that workflow too. We've done that for the very high-end enterprise customers, but this year we're actually going to show for the first time that we're making this available for teams kind of any size, by just using the collaboration hub technology only, not requiring as much hardware as before, not requiring as much skill and setup time as before. So collaboration definitely, I think, is going to be a big theme.
Okay, what other things you have going on at your booth, and what's your booth number, or where are you located if somebody here at the show wants to come by and visit?
Most definitely, we would love to see you come by our booth and come and see us. We're actually in the South Hall. Relatively easy to find. If you come in to the left, you will pretty quickly see the Adobe sign. I don't actually have the booth number.
I do. I think it's 5110.
Thank you for that, Linda. We have awesome presentations by the customers that work with our products. It's a broad range. All of the products that we're doing. Oh, and there's someone actually giving me the number 5110. Thank you very much. So with that said, come see us. We also have opportunity to talk one-on-one with customers at the back side of the booth. So there's a large theater where our customers present, and on the other side we have demo pods with all the products. You can see all the new features and talk with us.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Patrick. We really appreciate you being on the show today, and we wish you a very successful NAB. Thank you. Thank you.